Hey everybody, so it's day 10 of SSSVEDA Savvy Sexy Social Vlog Every Day in April for 2018. Day 10. And today's question is from Amy. What's your guilty pleasure? Now this has been asked a few times. I will leave a card. My guilty pleasure is going to Milestones, usually a couple times a week when I'm doing my running around, and because I am diabetic, and I know that's why it's a guilty pleasure. I'm a diabetic, I gotta watch myself, but the occasional treat doesn't hurt as long as you don't overdo it. I'm not on insulin, I'm on pills, but my sugars are always pretty good. It's only around 4 o'clock, so I should be having like a midday snack between lunch and dinner. So when I am running around, I go to Milestones, hang out there for my coffee and cake. And it's not really a cake, it's a torte. It's a chocolate ganache torte. I do talk about it quite a bit. I do have a couple of videos. I actually have another one about the day I didn't get my torte. And I will put that card up here as well. It's one of the few things, like the staff there too, when I go, is like, hey, you really like this? I said to them, this is about one of the few things on your menu that I like. They're one of these places too. It's like a funky fancy place. They're trying to be, you know, hip and cool and pop and fresh. But what I don't like about their menu is almost every other item on the menu is spicy. I cannot handle spicy with my new pills. Well, not my new pills, but since I've been taking pills. One of my pills wrecks my throat totally, so I can't enjoy things like other guilty pleasures. Like I used to like drinking single malt scotch or having the occasional shot of bourbon. But the only thing that's safe for me is ice cold sake. That's about the only thing that doesn't bother my throat. But the ganache torte doesn't bother me at all. I do have to take off. It is a gluten-free dessert, but it looks weird. But I actually take the crust off because it's a crushed crumble of some sort. I don't know if it's made out of nuts or something, but it's something that is for people that are gluten intolerant. But for me, because it's almost like crushed walnut kind of texture, or a graham cracker crust without being a graham cracker crust. But unfortunately, the little things get down in here, they take my throat, and I will have a coughing fit for like the next hour. And I get them bad enough as it is. So what I do is I just surgically remove the crust, leave nothing but the filling. I just joke. I actually used to just scoop it out with the fork, and I just learned, no, just bank, off it goes. But it's really good. Ganache is just basically melted chocolate with cream, and you pour it into a pie mold of what kind of crust you ever do, and then just, it's almost like making a pie. It's kind of the same process when you make a pumpkin pie or lemon meringue pie. Anything that you have like a liquid sort of filling, and then you let it set. So the same thing with the ganache torte. I actually put a caramel drizzle on it, which I tell them no, because one time I did have it, and I really started feeling my sugar. One time one of the girls said, oh, you got to try the cheesecake. I used to love New York style cheesecake, which you haven't gotten in Toronto for like 30 years, which is horrible. That was another cool guilty pleasure. Oh yeah, you got to try the cheesecake. Well, the torte they make is only about like that high and a normal, you know, pie wedge shape. Cheesecake is a game thing too, the same kind of, you know, wedge cut you would normally get with traditional pie or a goodie, but it's double the height. And I'm not sure what they make the crust out of. It's a normal crust, probably a graham cracker crust, but I can't remember because I only had the one time. And the bad thing about that is, and I think for even anybody, whether you're diabetic or not, I got halfway through, and by the time I got to the halfway point of the cake, I was already going like, whoa, there goes the sugar. Yeah. But the person like, oh, it's so good. And they didn't understand. I said, yeah, but if you're not diabetic, you don't get it, right? So stay away from stuff. Like I said, that is my guilty pleasure. It's chocolate, because who doesn't love chocolate? And they have a nice strong, they get their coffee from Starbucks. It's a nice strong coffee. I don't put sugar in my coffee, obviously. I haven't put sugar in my coffee actually since Germany. The trick I learned over there is putting Baileys in your coffee. That was your sugar fix there. Didn't need milk, just put in Baileys. Always should have a bottle of Baileys on standby somewhere. So yeah, there's my guilty pleasure. So yeah, so I'll put it out to you guys. What's your guilty pleasure? Is it something you like to do? Is it something you like to eat? Something you shouldn't be having? Something that's verboten? Leave the comment down below. And as always, don't forget, hit subscribe, hit notifications, because I do post on a weekly basis. And as always, I will see you in the next one.